Hello everyone and welcome back to T for Tech and Tesla. This seems to be my favorite spot of recording videos. This is my best studio, I think. It's silence and it's comfy. I mean, I love the seats, so perfect for me. Today we're going to focus on the new Model Y that has been introduced for the European market. This is a standard range or a shorter range version of the existing long range and the performance version. I'm pretty sure that this one is not the German built one. I think it's from China. I'm gonna explain why, but first let's look into the specs of this car. So as you can see, this is the specifications. It has an estimated VLTP range of 455 kilometers, and the weight difference between the long range and the rear wheel drive version is exactly 70 kilograms. That's not so much. I mean, you don't have any engine at the front anymore, and that alone is like 50 kilograms. So with that said, the battery size difference is probably not so big. That's one reason. So yeah, and if we look at other things, comparable things to the long range version, the long range version have a better acceleration from 0 to 100, 5 compared to 6.9 for the new version. I think this is good specs, but it's probably not the cattle version. I mean, the weight difference of 70 kilograms for me states that this is not the BYD Blade version, the 55 kilowatt hour battery. This is probably the 60 kilowatt hour battery, the cattle battery from China, and this car is most likely produced in China because of the. If you break down the weight difference, the 51 kilowatt battery should probably be a part of the structural battery, and the new structure that should be, or we're waiting to be introduced on the European market. I think this car that's introduced now is a car to be able to continue accelerating the sales in Europe. Because I mean, some countries like Sweden and Germany have this environmental bonuses that's locked to a certain level, a certain price level. And currently, if you look at the Swedish market, this goes around 700,000 SEK, Swedish crowns. And for now, or until now, there hasn't been any Model Y under that price range. So the performance version is much more expensive. The long range version is also too expensive. So this means that currently you can't buy a Model Y that gives you environmental bonus from the government, and this is bad for the sales, I guess. So the timing is probably perfect and very planned in detail to be able to provide this to the market and to accelerate the sales in Europe. The delivery dates, you all probably all know, the Model Y Performance is already built in Giga Berlin, and all the performance cars delivered in Europe is made in Giga Berlin. And you probably know that the delivery dates for the red car is in April to June. If you look at the white one, for instance, it's between December and February. So if you go to the rear-wheel drive version, the new version, we'll see that the delivery dates for the white one is between December and February. And for the red one, is also December and February. This means that, for me at least, that this is probably not produced in Giga Berlin, because Giga Berlin hasn't started the production of the red ones yet. And that's why they have a later delivery date for those. And as you all know, Giga Shanghai is already producing cars, long-range cars in all versions. So the the colors are not a problem in Giga Shanghai anymore. And the third theory I have is that I know that the new batteries from BYD is currently shipped from China to Giga Berlin. So they're probably the current state we are in now in Europe is just to like cover and accelerate the sales, or not to lose sales until this new BYD version is ready. Because I think this BYD version will probably, at least in Europe, replace the cattle version. Because for me, the cattle version will not make any sense with this low range difference. Yeah, so there you have it. I think that's all for today. So the new European version is probably built in China, not in Giga Berlin. Keep that in mind. I think the Giga Berlin version is still more refined than the Chinese one, at least for now. That gap will probably be smaller during the time, but for now, the German one is still better. I will probably wait for the German one if you're not in a rush, or if you're in a rush and must have the German one, just get the performance version. If you feel that you have the money for it. So, thank you for watching, and speak to you later.